All right, see you guys. All right, we're going to start standing, as I mentioned, and start with this notion of the flexibility of the spine. I do have a towel behind me, or to use because I'm going to use it in my side movement. So if you have a pillow or just even a towel that you can add your hip with when we're down on the ground later. But we'll start in standing position. And this is a classic Pilates movement called the roll down. So we start from the top of our head and we take the chin and we start basically opening up the back of the spine, and then we kind of move up our head. So you're going to take the chin, okay, and then just drop it as low as you can, okay, and then start moving the upper back and shoulders down. And I want you to feel heavy when you're doing this, the arms especially. And you're just taking the spine all the way down. My voice sounds funny because my throat, my neck is still drawn in. You're gonna just drop all the way down. And once you get down, I want you just to hold there for a breath. Exhale. Nice. And then think of the very base of your spine, very lowest spine in the tailbone. And then start to lift back up by drawing the tailbone down under the hips. And then slowly lifting up through the lower back, the mid back, and then the very last thing that comes up is your head on top of your spine. And we're gonna do this a couple more times. Tuck the chin in first. Okay, start to add the shoulders. Feel the whole of the spine open up. And as you're drawing yourself down, bring the fingers all the way. You can bend your knees, no problem. And then add your tailbone, tuck it, and then slowly make that ascension back up, up, up. Now, when you're doing this, you might hear a little movement or a little crack, 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 and that's all good. Okay, we're just putting space in the spine. Chin comes down again. Let the shoulders float forward. Okay, add the mid spine. My hands are quite heavy and long, coming to the mid back. All the way. Pause here. Feel the heaviness, feel gravity. And then just kind of swing yourself a little bit. So you're taking the arm bones and you're letting them just open up from the shoulder. Okay, and then from the tailbone, slowly rise up. Okay, your back loves these slow and easy movements. Good. And then inhale as you come up and have the top of your head on your spine. Take the arms and make them wide like a big T. Okay. And then I'm going to ask you to maintain the hips in a forward position. Okay. So there's a tendency to move the hips, but I want you to twist. Okay. So we'll go ahead and just start with the right hand. Bring the right hand forward and the left arm back. And then do your best to keep the hips facing the front and then center again. Okay, and then over to the other side. So when we came down with that roll down, we taught the spine to open up from the mid and upper back. Okay, with the twist, we're also exercising flexibility and mobility in the spine. Good. And then one more time, other side. And I'd be remiss if I did not add some side bends to this. So let's take one arm up. I'm taking my right arm up, reach up, take the other arm down, reach down. As you lift up, plant the feet, and then take a side bend here. And again, think about the mechanics of the spine movement. And then back to center, switch, other arm comes up, and be mindful of how the spine moves in so many directions, right? It's this incredible gift of movement in this part of our body. One more time, each side, slow and controlled, and then over to the other side. And then inhale all the way back up again, and then switch one more time. Lift up, and then over to the side again. And then all the way back. Good. Let's take a big stretch. Big good morning stretch. Just open up through the front. And now lean back slightly. Use your hands to come behind your head and just notice how the front of the spine is flexible here. And then come back again. Okay. And then one more time, send the heart forward. Good. And then back again. We're going to come into all those motions as we come into our practice today. We're going to start on our hands and knees today. So go ahead and come onto your mat. We already started, but we're going to start into some bigger movements now. Bring your hands and knees under the shoulders and the knees under the hips, and then just bring in some cat and cow. Again, just bringing that flexibility. Okay, when animals do this, when they get up in the morning, they figured it out. They know that movement through the joints really important. Good, and then pause in your tabletop. Okay, and we're going to start with bird dog. You're going to take the left leg, extend it out, 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 lift through the crown of your head, lift the knee and foot up, pause here. Okay, if this feels like enough for you, you stay here. Otherwise, you're going to take the opposite arm and reach it out. Now, brace your core as best you can. Inhale, exhale. Good, and then easy arm down, easy leg down, and reset, and then come to the other side. Take the leg out, take the opposite arm out. Okay, pause here. When you're doing this, this is a bit of an arm balance here. When you're doing this, I want you to think about the hips not moving. Good, arm down, knee down. Adding on layer by layer. Again, you could stay where we are. You can stay with bird dog. It's a very powerful posture for the spine, the muscles around the spine in particular, and the stability of the hips. Okay, now you can stay here or you can join me to bring the knee and elbow under the body and then inhale and take it out. So here's your breath work here. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Good, we're gonna do this a few more times. Exhale as you come in, crunch the mid body. Inhale as you come out. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Good. Now you're going to hold it out, hold it out. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Reset and switch other side. Hold in bird dog. Hold here. Keep the hips and shoulders parallel. And here we go on this side. Inhale and extend. Inhale and extend. As you bring the knee and elbow together, I want you to think about drawing the front of the spine together at the same time, keeping so much stability in the hip that we've got the contraction happening. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, hold. Good. Hand comes down, knee comes down, reset. Okay. So you can go back to simple bird dog again. You can go back to the arm and knee coming together again, or you can come and layer on another facet. So take the other leg out and opposite arm. Pause here. Okay, and all you're going to do is take the arm and leg on a diagonal. Okay, so as we do this, we kind of introduce a little bit of oblique work here. And all you're going to do is pulse, pulse, small, tiny pulses, enough that you know it's movement, but and hard enough that you know that you have to contract the abs, okay, the core, and use your breath. 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Come back. Right? Seems simple, but man, is it firing you up. Okay, other side. Reach out, arm and leg on the diagonal. Pause here. Okay, keep the hips and shoulders still and start to pulse. Little pulses from the shoulder and the hip. Squeezing the glute as you do this. Go for it. Exhale. Hold on for 4, 3, 2, and bring it all down. Bring the knees apart, the toes together. Slide your hands forward. Come back, child's pose. Just a little break here, just for a breath. Inhale, Exhale, do that again. Inhale, exhale. Nice. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees again. Now, this is where you might want to use uh, a towel or a little pad of some sort. I'm going to take you into a side plank right at the beginning of the practice. So I'm on my knee, okay, and my shoulder is directly under my elbow. Now, if at any time this is too much, you're going to drop down to your hip. Okay, so whatever works for you. I'm going to come up onto my knee. I'll take the arm up and away. Good. Now stay here for a breath. Do a good job of pushing down into your forearm. Do a good job of lifting the hips so we've got some stability there. You can bring your arm overhead. Okay, that works. It's adding intensity. Okay, so very much like we did before, you're going to lift the leg and shine the heart forward. Okay, so just a simple side plank here to start. One of the most effective exercises to stabilize the hips, to access the core and find strength here. Now, from here, much like we did on our hands and knees, you're going to take the knee and elbow together and then extend it out. Okay, bring it in, extend out. Bring it in, exhale, shh, and inhale out. Exhale, shh, and exhale out. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep it going, slow and controlled. Remember, one of the elements of Pilates is how precise and how focused the movements are. Good. Next time you're together, stay here and then shoot it out. Hold. Ready? And pulse that top leg now. Squeeze. Remember your option on the hip. You're still working. Good. Stay with me. Draw the shoulder away from the ear for 4, 3. Good. 2. And release. Nice. Everyone drop to your hip. Everyone come down onto your side. Take that bottom arm and extend it. Okay. And just rest your head on your bicep. You're going to take the top leg while we're at it, hand in front for some balance. Take the top leg, bring it forward and then back. Okay. So bring it forward and then back. As you move that leg forward, I want you to think about stabilizing the hips. Forward, point the toe, and then exhale the heel back and back. That's it. And back. Take that exhale, especially when you're kicking forward. Good. And forward. Okay, nothing like building muscle through the hip. Okay, activating to maintain that connection to the core. And forward. Good. And away. 2 more. And back. 1 more. And back. Pause here. Take a little break. Okay, we're going to do the next exercise. It's called walking. Okay, do you know how to walk? I think you do. Here we go. Legs are going to come up. Okay, and then maintain this connection. Front leg forward, back leg, bottom leg back, and then switch, and then switch, and switch. Again, if you want to put a little bit of padding under your hip, you go right ahead. You're just taking a walk and maintaining that connection to the core as well as holding on to the hips. And now you're going to pick it up a little more. Walk, walk, walk. Brace your core. Breathe. Good for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Good. Drop it off. Nice. Bring the legs forward. Give yourself a little rub on that top hip. Yeah, like the little hit on it. Okay, and then from here, okay, so notice how we're all staying on the same side. From here, we're going to take the inner thigh on that bottom leg. Front leg is up and over, and lift the bottom leg, and we pulse here. Okay, so these pulses are about drawing some connection to the leg, the torso. Okay, and I'm trying my darndest to keep the hip from moving. using contraction. So I'm just pulsing that inner thigh up and away. Pulse, 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 pulse. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Tight movement. Good. For 4, 3, 2. And release. Okay, nicely done. We're going to come onto our backs now. Okay, so we're going to kind of go around the axis of our spine and we're going to come into our hundreds movement. So lots of options in the hundreds movement, right? So coming onto your back body and hands at the side of your body. And you can start here. Head and shoulders come off the ground, hands by the side of your body, and then start giving it a go. So the arms are really flapping hard. Okay, the hands want to hit the ground, but they don't. We've got that contraction in the middle of the body, and the breath is at an all-time exhale. Right. You can stay here. You can bring the knees over the hips. That's an option. Good. You can stay here. You can lift the legs to the ceiling. That's an option. Wherever you are, stay with it. Breathe. That's it. For 4, 3, crunch. 2, good. And release. Take a little break. Shake the legs. Okay. And we're going to come into frog with shootout. So the toes are going to come together. Knees are going to come out wide. Hands are going to come into the center. Okay. And we're going to lift in and then back and down. Okay. So my arms come towards my feet and then they come overhead. They come in and up and then back and away. In and up. Every time you come up, okay, we're contracting, which means you're exhaling. Good. Come on up and away. Head and shoulders off the mat. Good. Lower back imprinting into the mat. Keep it up. Come on in. And away. Good. And away. Good. And away. One more. We're going to add a series of pulses here. Ready? You're going to come up and hold it and pulse. Pulse option to put the feet on the ground. No problem. Okay? Stay with me. You've got this. And back. Good. Up you go. And pulse. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2. More times like this. Up and away. Good. Up you go. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, up and away. And again. Last one. 4, 3, 2, 1. And all the way down. Good. Give yourself a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. Okay. And we're going to come over to the other side on our side work. So coming up again, if you want to have that little extra padding for the hip, please do. Okay. Or for the arm, I'm going to come down onto the forearm. Okay. And I'm just flipping over to the other side. And we're going to start with that side plank. So you're going to lift the hip off the ground if you're going there. Arms are coming up overhead and then towards the other side of the room. Okay, stay here if you like. Keep the hips high. Brace your core. Lift the leg. Again, option to bring it down to the knee or sorry, to the hip. You can still do this. It's still a contraction. Ready? Arm and knee are coming together and apart. Okay. And away. Use the breath. Exhale. And away. Keep going. And away. That's it. And extend. Come on, use the breath here. And away. It's your best friend. And away. And when it gets really tough, okay, when you think, I don't know if I can do anymore, then you're going to use the breath even more. Extend. Go. And extend. Good. And extend. 2 more. Last one. Hold up. Hold up. Ready for it? Pulse that top leg. Pulse, pulse, pulse. pulse. Squeeze the glute here. Go for it. Come on. Hold the middle of the body for 4, 3, 2, and release. Good. Coming back down onto your side body, extending the arm, laying on the bicep. Legs are long. Now you can have that bottom leg bent for a little more stability, but your idea is to keep the hips still. Ready? Sweeping kick. Forward and back. Forward and back. That's it. Round and back. Exhale. And back. Are you bracing the core when you're doing this? Okay. Can you have a sense of contraction as you bring that leg forward and back? Come on. And back. That's it. And back. 2 more. And back. 1 more. And back. Good. Pause here. Let both legs come out long. We're going to go for that slow walk. Front leg forward, bottom leg back, and then switch. And then switch. And switch. Okay, the whole time you're thinking about the hips, the rib cage, the shoulders, maintaining them in stillness by contracting, and we walk a little faster. Oh, yeah, to your own pace, right? That's the beauty of this. Pace is yours. Walk, walk, breathe, breathe. Shh. Come on for 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it all down. Nice work. And bring that leg forward, okay? So that foot can fall anywhere you need it to. Okay, for me, it's a little further out. That's okay. Rub at the top of that thigh or the hip. And we're coming for the inner thigh pulses. Ready? Lift and pulse. Again, you're looking for stability in the hip, squeezing the inner thigh by flexing the foot, bringing the toes closer to the foot for starters. Keep it going. Nice. If you like now, point the toe. Okay, but keep the power in the middle part of that inner thigh. Go for it. Brace your core more. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good. Breathe. 3. And release. Nice work. Okay, coming on to our back bodies again. Okay, we're going to incorporate another set of hundreds. Okay, you love these. I know you do. Even the sound's great. Hundreds. I'm doing 100 of something. What? Okay, so coming on to your back body. I'm just getting rid of that little pad here. Hands to the side body, tuck your chin in, brace your core. I want you to really think about that lower spine to the ground before you do anything. Okay, that's the imprint. Imprint the lower spine to the ground, hands to the side, lift head and shoulders, and give it up. Right? So you're pounding, like literally trying to pound the ground with the hands as fast or as slow as you like. Okay, knees can come up over the hips. That's your option. Legs can come up to the ceiling. That's your option. Legs can be at a 30-degree or so. Okay, so you're a little more taxing on the bottom. Do whatever works for you and keep those arms pumping strong. Come on. Stay with me. Nice. Really imprinting that lower back to the ground. Come on. For 4, 3, good. 2, nice. And release. Give it a little break. And windshield wipers to side. We're going to come into single leg stretches now. Okay, so this looks a little bit like a bicycle. We're going to interlace the fingers towards the palms, towards the legs. You have some options. I'm going to bring the knees off the ground and I'm going to lift, slight twist, and over. Now check it out. I'm doing a little heel dig on the way down. Okay, and I'm just slightly twisting. Head and shoulders are off the ground. And then from here, if you'd like, okay, you can extend that leg up and over, up and over, up and over. That's it. Go for it. Up and over. Stay long in the spine by imprinting it to the back. Good. Breathe as you come over. Remember your option, heel digs. Oh, yeah. Something for fun for some of you, if you like, you can keep the legs long. Okay. One leg up at a time. Whatever you can maintain, do it strong for 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. Coming all the way down. Little break for you again. Maybe say no and yes with the neck and head. Nice. We're going to go through that again. Okay. We're going to add on to this. As you know, we like to layer it on. So hands, palms facing the knees, lift the head and chest. If you can't lift the head and chest without hurting the neck, you feel the hurting of the neck, then I'm going to ask you to keep the head and shoulders on the ground, but keep the imprint in the lower back and switch legs, switch legs, switch legs, switch legs, slight rotation. Amp it up if you can, right? So lifting the head and chest, amp it up again if you want, extend the legs, for 4. Now you can stay with this. 3, and put the head and chest back on the ground. 2, or you can add a cross crawl. So the elbows come out wide, hands come to the back of the neck, or sorry, the back of the head, and we exhale. Come on. For 4, 3, 2, last set. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let it go. Bring the feet together, the knees apart, little stretch here for the inner thigh that we just worked out so diligently. Beautiful. Stay here for another 2 breaths. Exhale. Nice. Again. Exhale. Nice work. Right. We're going to do one more movement on our back before we go on to our back work. Okay. So knees are going to stay up to the ceiling. I want you to bring your arms into a big T. So I want them to really work to help plant. Okay, the shoulders on the ground. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, exhale. Now imprint your spine. So draw the belly button downwards as you feel that lower spine activating the core in front of it. Okay, and then from here, you're going to just lift the knees off the ground. Pause. Okay, and now we're going to take the knees slightly over to the one side, come to the front, and then center. Over to the other side, and then center. Out, center, over, center. Now, option, you're going to come out, kick the top leg out, come back, bend the knees, come back to center. Come over to the center, kick the top leg out, and then center and down. So it's out, kick, center, down. Out, kick, center, down. Out, kick, center, down. Breathe. Every time that core comes back to center, we think about that full exhale. 2 more. Out, back, center, down. Out, back, center, down. Here's your last set. Out, back, center, down. One more. Over, kick, center, down. Little release. Okay, because I know the hip flexors try to kick in, so I want you to just to shake the legs here. We're going to do that again. This time, instead of one foot kicking out, you can add both legs kicking out. Okay, so you know the options. No leg out, 2 leg out, 1 leg out. Brace your core, knees over the hips. Come on, you got this. Pause here. Inhale, exhale, over and center, over and center, over and center. You could stay with this, or you can add that single leg kick. Ready? Over, kick, center, down. Over, kick, center, down. Option, both legs come up. Over, kick, center, down. Look at how many options you get to execute this in a really meaningful way, right? So you're going to choose the option that works best for you. Maybe you're not using the leg kicks at all, okay? But I know you're working through the core. Kick, center, back. Two more. Over, kick, center, back. Over, kick, center, back. One more, each side. Center, back. Last one. Over, kick, center, back. Nice. Bring it down. Shake it up. Whew. Nice work. Okay, coming on to your belly. Okay, so we're going to work through the back body now. So I want you to have a good sense of the work that we're going to do in these extensions. Okay, so you're laying yourself flat on your mat. Okay, hands are at about a Y state here. So fingertips on the ground. I want you to feel the release of the lower spine. As we inhale, we lift. Inhale. And then exhale. Back down. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, our back loves this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Good. Inhale, lift. Okay, and like everything, you can stay with this. We're going to add on. We're going to inhale, lift, and hold. Okay, you're going to turn and look towards one side, come back to center and down. Lift and hold, turn to the other side, center and down. So it's not just you're moving your head, you're moving the upper torso, okay, and adding a little bit of rotation in the spine, not just the flexion. Inhale, lift, rotate to the other side, come back to center and down. Good. Inhale, lift, turn to side, come back to center and down. Two more like this. Lift, turn over, back to center and down. One more. Inhale, lift, turn over, come back to center and down. Good. Pause here. Okay, draw a breath in, relax for a breath. You're going to take your arms overhead and appropriately, because I'm right by a pool, we're going to swim. So you're going to take one arm, lift it, and take the other leg, opposite leg, and lift it. And then bring them both down. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and down. Now I'm going to lift my head up, off, and down, opposite, and down. Good. Keep that sensation of contraction in the back body as you lift and lower, lift and lower. Come on. And lower. Inhale as you lift. It's just a little different when we work the back extension. Okay. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You got a few more here. Inhale, exhale. Good. Ah, come on. And down. One more. And down. Good. Draw it all down. Give it a little break. Okay. Shake your booty. Okay. Make a little bit of sensation in the lower spine. We're going to do that full thing again. Okay. With the lift and extension and then the swimmer. So hands come out. They call this iguana, by the way. Well, it kind of makes sense, right? Here we go. Inhale, lift, turn and look, back to center and down. Lift up, turn and look, back to center and down. Up you go, look around, come back and down. Come on up, look over, come on back and down. Two more, one on each side. Lift, look, center and down. Last one. We're going to go right into swimmer from here. Back and down. Come all the way down, arms and legs extended fully, and switch and switch and switch. So opposite arm, opposite leg, head is lifted. We keep that swim going. See if you can squeeze the glutes a little more. Lift that leg a little higher. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Nice. And release. Now bring the feet up. Knees are down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Good. Keeping that Pilates notion of precision. Okay, but also rebound. Okay, hands come under the shoulders. We're going to kick up and come back to tabletop. Okay, working a little bit into balance again from the hands and knees and glutes. Oh, glutes. And I'm going to come this way. Hands under the shoulders. Good. And we'll start with that inside leg. Okay, so we're going to go to scorpion and clam. So you're going to squeeze and lift the leg up and down and then out and back. Okay, so the heel goes up to the ceiling, knee comes under the hip, knee comes out and back. Now, the whole time you're doing this, you're thinking about keeping the hips and shoulders very still. Okay, so out to the side, center, up and back, side, center, out and back. Good. Out and squeeze as you lift. Out you go and squeeze as you lift. A couple more here. Out, back, up, back, out, back. One more each side. Good. Pause here. Okay, reset. And we go to the other side. And it's out, it's up first and then out, just because. Okay, so here we go. Lift up, return, side and back. Up, return, side and back. Brace your core. Let the movement happen from the hip and glute out and back. That means you've got to brace the core to stabilize the hips. Out and back. Go. Kick, out. Good. Up and side. Now 4 more. Up, down, side, down. Up, down, side, down. Up, side, up. Last one. And side. Good. Pause here. Okay, hands come out wide, widen the knees. You're going to take a little bit of that child's pose. Breathe in here. Exhale. Right, relax the spine. Nice. You're going to come up onto the hands, roll up. Okay, bring the knees under the hips. Bring yourself up, up, up. We're going to take a little bit of stretch here, a little bit of balance. Okay, you're going to take one leg forward, other leg back. Just bend the knee forward. Take the arm, lift it up, and then take a side bend here. Good. And then over and just switch sides. Other side comes back. Okay, lift up. Okay, and we're going to come to standing. And we're going to take a little bit of liberty and balance work here and back, because balance also requires your core. Okay, so back to standing, back to where we started. And we're going to take that balance work and find our way into our end. Remember the arms, open them up, come into a giant T. Okay, brace your core as you're standing. And we'll take that twist again. So right arm forward, left arm back, and center, over, and center. Good. Arms come up overhead, interlace the fingers, reach them up, slide the heart forward, take a small back bend here. Good. Come back to center, left arm stays up, right arm comes down, come over to one side, and then center. Remember, back health is that. Okay, it's not just about finding the strength in the middle of the body, but giving flexibility to the spine. You're doing this first thing in the morning. It's so good for you. Okay, so hands to either side. You're gonna take your feet hip width apart. I'm actually gonna come off my mat and find some balance on the ground. Okay, and you're gonna shift your weight into your left, fire up the right, lift your left heel. Okay, so you're pushing down onto one side, squeezing there, and then just lifting the heel here. Okay, and then from here, you're gonna bring that foot forward and then swing it back and tip at the hip. Right? And then swing it forward. If you need to tap down in between, you go right ahead and then tip at the hip. Good. Come on forward, brace your core, and then tip at the hip. All right, we got one more here. Forward, bring it up, draw it back, tip at the hip. I want you to pause here, okay? In airplane, pause here. Fire up at all. Arms can go back. If you want the arms overhead, you go right ahead. If you want to stay in airplane, you go ahead. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Give it a little shake. And we're just coming to the other side. Now your heart rate should have went up with that a little bit, okay? Because we were asking the body to be strong. Just take the arms, give them a little swing, okay? Because we're going to take them back out to a big giant T. We're going to the other side. Fire it up. Pick up the opposite heel. Brace your core. Ready? We're going to come forward and then swing it back. Okay, so easy lift forward and then swing it back. Come forward. If you have to tap down in between, you go right ahead. It's all good. Forward and back. Keep bracing your core. Good. We got one more swing through and back. Okay, you can stay here. You can take a dip further. You can come into full airplane. Arms can come back. Arms can come overhead. You go with what works for you. Good. Stay here for 3, 2, 1, and tap in. Nicely done. Just swing your arms here. Woo. That is your Pilates workout, team. Fantastic work today. Good. Roll the shoulders. You did a lot of work there. A whole Pilates class. We didn't even do one bridge. Darn, I forgot the bridge. How you guys doing? Whew, that was fun. Fun, eh? Is that what word comes into mind for you?